Well, Nikita versus Zerafa.
At some point.
Yeah, right.
I didn't say my name right.
Would you like to see that?
Zerafa.
Oh man, I would love to.
They're just strange, man. They're awkward. They're socially awkward. And it's not just me. Everyone says it. Even, I get drilled, Zerafa's a villain, Zerafa's this. But everyone have their comments, man. They're awkward, man. Like, I had people saying, like, get him off the camera.
I mean, he has a face that you just want to hit.
He does, doesn't he?
But his time will come.
But we need answers. We need answers because they can't be that strange, man. Like, they make me feel uncomfortable. Not even fight-wise, like, you're weird.
He has something against our family. I don't know what it is. Some sort of crazy resentment. Maybe he's just a very self-conscious person. But yeah, I'm glad I get to be the one to shut him up.
Oh, yes.
Nikita, they've put you in front of Tim because Tim doesn't want the fight because for whatever reason, he's scared. I'm there to take you out and then I'm going to take Tim out.
You can't talk about the Nikita Tszyu and Michael Zerafa rivalry without talking about the Michael Zerafa and Tim Tszyu rivalry. Tim Tszyu and Michael Zerafa have been sledging each other in the Australian media circles for a long time.
Zerafa? Or on Nikita's undercard? Oh, poor fella. The ship has sailed, huh?
You got better, Jeff. You're fighting welterweight. Huh? You're fighting welterweight.
Brother. Okay.
You're fighting welterweight. Step up.
In the lead up to their scheduled fight, Zerafa hit a nerve with Tim Tszyu when he brought up his father's loss to Ricky Haddon, referring to himself as Mickey Haddon and how he would inflict the same damage to Tim.
Mickey Hatton's rocking up. I'm taking over.
And the Pacquiao's going to rock up.
All right, that's fine. We'll see.
Remember what Pacquiao did to Haddon?
Yeah, you remember what Ricky Hatton did?
You didn't talk about that fight, man.
I'm just saying. You remember what happened? I'm just saying. You remember what happened in that fight? Mickey Hatton's rocking up. We'll see. We'll see. I told you there's levels.
We'll see.
Have you watched that fight back?
I've watched
in
that
recent
fight.
times.
Watch the fight. And again, you can't take nothing away. His dad's a legend.
This infuriated not only Tim, but Nikita too.
I think it all started from the initial comments he made about my family, the disrespectful comments he made in the past, back when he was being the bad guy. The stuff he said about my dad,
Said he was a legend.
Well, the Mickey Haddon part, that was
Wow.
nuts.
Did you actually watch that full? Did you watch the full interview?
Doesn't matter. Like, I saw that part, and you're gonna bring out the Mickey Haddon. It was disrespectful. Yeah. These kind of things I can't really forgive.
The biggest feud in Australian boxing, Eloise, and now we finally get to settle the score. And originally the feud was starting with Tim Tszyu and Michael Zerafa, of course. That was meant to happen in 2021. It didn't for various reasons. Now it's been passed on to the younger Tszyu, the butcher, Nikita. And he's going to have to get the job done. It's probably the biggest test of his career to date.
When Zerafa pulled out of their fight, which was scheduled during the height of COVID restrictions in Newcastle, this enraged the Tszyu camp even further and closed the book for Tim on ever facing Zerafa as he went on to win a world title.
What's your take on why that fight didn't happen between Michael and your brother in 2021?
I could say that he was scared. I could say that his team didn't want the fight. What were the other things that you said? Wasn't there like a whole list of them?
I didn't say anything. It was managerial issues, and No Limit obviously knows what went on behind the scenes. And if I, really didn't want that fight, and it was the case that I ran away and I was scared and I was banned from Fox Sports and No Limit, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Wasn't there like troubles of getting from Melbourne to Newcastle?
Negative. That was not the case at all. Not the case at all.
Copy.
I've been all around the world in their backyard. Going an hour flight was definitely not the case.
What about you and Michael Zerafa? Is that ship sailed?
Oh, it's gone, man. Forget the name.
He hides behind a laugh or whatnot. I say it from day one, he looks like his dad, he fights like his mum. He knows that I get past Nikita, he's next. He knows that. So he just sits there and talks a big game to the camera like, ha, yeah, ship sailed. It hasn't sailed. You need me. I'm your dance partner. With me, you sell tickets. Do you know what I mean? I know the numbers he does. They do shit all. No one watches him, he's boring. Do you know what I mean? He's got no personality. Do you know what I mean? He's got that name, Tszyu.
But with both fighters now experiencing losses at top level, the book is reopened, but only slightly, on a potential Tim Tszyu and Michael Zerafa fight. But only one obstacle remains, the hard-hitting, completely crazy butcher, Nikita Tszyu.
You guys are the only ones.
Sign the contract, brother.
Someone told me you'd say that.
Sign the contract. Everyone's telling me you haven't signed it. You haven't signed it yet, man. That's what I'm getting told. I'll see you soon then.
You said that Nikita needs his chin checked and his head scanned, and you insinuated that he's an embarrassment to the Tszyu family.
Look, some of the things he says, I mean, I question, and I think sometimes he says it and questions it sometimes. I don't know. I mean, some of the things he says, I wouldn't like to know what he does on a Sunday recovery day outside of a boxing gym. But from what I do see, I think his chin is questionable.
I've heard non-stop blabbering from him for like the last 5 years. All the different stories he was bringing as excuses for why that fight didn't happen. This fight is a way to finally close that door.
I generally say it, and you've heard when they ask me about your character, I wish you nothing but the best.
Yeah, I don't know, it just seems a little deceiving because all the stories I hear about you, the way you communicate with people in the management, the people in the media, you bring off a very different kind of energy.
I hope everything goes well. Hopefully no one hits you again in a car. May the best man win, like I said.
And hopefully no one hits you again in the rib as well.
It actually wasn't a punch, to be honest.
What happened?
You actually want to know? It was actually it was a bit of a weird situation, but I was actually doing sit-ups and they threw a medicine ball, and it just actually cracked the rib, and that's all right, man. You can go for that rib. The rib will be ready for you come Jan 16.
Which side?
It was the left side, actually.
Left side, okay, copy that.
Yeah, it will even suit you even more.
The Raw Nikita has been fast-tracked through the Aussie boxing scene, racking up 11 wins so far and 0 defeats.
I've had a pretty hard introduction into the sport, kind of thrown into the deep end. Michael in the same position, 10 fights. I saw on his box rack he had a fighter with just a pro debut.
Nikita, like I said, he is that strange guy, and it works for him. I mean, I kind of like his persona a little bit. He's growing on me, Nikita, but I just feel like Tim isn't as what everyone's seen. You know, despite our differences, and I believe he's done great things for the sport, and he's helped the sport grow because of the name and whatnot. But yeah, I just feel like Nikita's got that, you know, mental strength. I don't know, that extra oomph in his boxing.
Not only do Michael Zerafa and Nikita Tszyu contrast in fighting styles, they also contrast in personality. Zerafa plays the villain role while Nikita is completely out of his mind.
My wife, we freeze-dried her placenta.
Oh yeah.
And I've been supplementing on her placenta recently.
Hey, just finally, do you want to leave a message for Zerafa? He's sitting in your chair tonight, where you're sitting right now. Anything you want to write or say to him, or look down the barrel and say? Okay, okay, that was a bad...
Good move, Nick.
That was not a great idea. All right.
The fan-friendly style of Nikita Tszyu will be his greatest strength to wear down and overwhelm the veteran Zerafa, as Zerafa is sure to use his distance and a jab to set up his shots. Zerafa also isn't afraid to go toe-to-toe with big punches while being dangerous himself, as he showed against Isaac Hardman. Nikita is not afraid to take a punch to give a few, which has resulted in some shaky moments in his short 11-fight professional career, but he always pulls through, which is a testament to his physical and mental toughness, and according to him, his bizarre diet and training methods.
Well, I definitely question his chin. I mean, he's been rocked out of his 11 wins. He's been rocked, I think, 10 of his fights, and nearly been stopped a few times by guys that aren't even the best light middleweights in their gym. But again, no disrespect to Nikita, it's actually credit to Nikita. You know, for someone that's having 11 fights to step up fighting me, I wouldn't want to fight me. I'm a bad man, you know, like, for credit to him and his team for stepping up, wanting to fight me, and may the best man win.
I gotta ask, what's with all this credit and stuff you're giving?
No, mate, when credit, look, I've got no bad blood with you. My rivalry was with your brother. There's no bad blood with you, and it's not even bad blood. It's just that competitiveness. Me and Tim were both number one. We're both in the...
No, but you've always been like this bad guy, and you've always owned the bad guy.
Well, because sometimes
what's the change?
Sometimes promoters need a bad guy, you know, and
so
no offense to you, but you're not the best talker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And neither is your brother. So they kind of need me a little bit, you know? So that's why I play the bad guy and the villain and stuff like that. And if I walk past, I've got no bad blood.
So what's the change now? Why?
There is no change. I did it in my last fight. I was giving my guy credit. Before that, I was giving him credit. Lara, I gave him credit.
Raw, relentless power versus experience and ring IQ. A crossroads fight for both. Zerafa is in the later stage of his career as he sets a path to potentially one more crack at a world title. Zerafa will be confident in his world level experience, although questions remain over his knockout losses and how the loss to Erislandy Lara has affected him mentally. While Nikita hopes it isn't too early to take on this challenge. A loss for Zerafa will be devastating, but a loss for Nikita means a period of rebuilding and learning while recalibrating towards a potential world title ambition. Zerafa, however, feels the pressure is on Nikita.
Look, there's no pressure on me. I'm expected to lose. That's why it says Tszyu Zerafa. I know that. There's no pressure on me. I lose, I go back to my business, and it's I told you so. Zerafa wasn't good enough. But the Tszyu legacy is on the line. For me, there is nothing. I rock up. I give it my all. If it's enough, I'll win. If it's not enough, I'll go back to doing me. But like I said, the Tszyu legacy.
Not a very confident kind of output.
We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, 12 weeks. We'll see. But like I said, the legacy name. Tim fell short. There's only one more to save him. Not many people get 2 chances at saving the last name. So this is your chance, brother.
Some people see this as a no-win situation for Zerafa, and a win over Nikita may be dismissed as catching a raw, incomplete fighter on his ascension, although there is the carrot of fighting Tim. Either way, Australian boxing fans are in for a real treat, as this is an intriguing matchup with a fun build-up and a lot at stake.